witches, how you doing today? We're back with another video, and today I thought I'd show you my sort of new planner system, if you will. I've been doing very decorative planning over the last couple of years, and it kind of got away from me, and I had to do a little bit of thinking about why it wasn't working and switched to a new system. So I'm going to show that to you, how I kind of arrange all of my days, all of my witch work, all of my social media stuff and everything. So we'll go through it. And yeah, we'll take a little poll. I don't know that it's not so decorative, so I don't know that it's going to be super interesting to keep everybody up to date on it, but I thought I would at least show you what it looks like, and then we can take a little poll in the comments if you want more about it or not, okay? But before we get into it, for those of you who are new around here, my name is Taya. Welcome to the channel. We talk about all things witchcraft, even witchy planning. And for those of you who are returning viewers, maybe coming in from another video, welcome back. Thank you so much for the support. It is really appreciated. And all of you, please consider subscribing. It is a really great way to help us build the channel. So, my planner system. What you guys have been sort of used to seeing from me is this kind of fancy planning, right? Where it's got lots of stickers and color and all kinds of fun stuff. So this spread here ended May 22nd, and that's actually the last time that I have done any sort of fancy planning in my planners. And what was happening was I had a lot of I have a lot of things to do, but it was really hard to sort of capture it. This is very, like, what are you doing that day? But sometimes there's those things that, you've got those big lists of things where it's like, well, I gotta do this, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I just need to get it done. And I just felt like things were slipping away from me, and that this planning system wasn't helping me stay focused. So I really went forward all the way into like June with having nothing planned, and I just didn't know what to do. So I went back to an old planning system of mine. This is my version of it, but it is based on the planner pad. So this is the concept behind the planner pad. I hope you can kind of see this. So in the background, you can see there is like a planner. At the top, there's all these columns, and these are used to categorize. You basically take an inventory of everything you have going on. So, like, my planner categories are things like my guild, my school, Red Thread Academy, the study group I run, things I do in the house, things, like vacuuming and laundry, things I do for my personal, just for me, not necessarily family related. This week we were going camping, so cleaning the trailer and packing the trailer were two separate sort of things, right? And this is like all this is a huge brain dump, a categorized brain dump of everything that you have to possibly do this week, next week, coming up, whenever. Then you go in the next section down in the planner, there's a bunch of, they look almost like just checklists for each day. So up here it's just random, right? You just fill in your categories and fill in everything that you possibly have to do. The next one, it starts dividing it into days. And so you take your tasks from up above that need to be completed this week that you're planning and start slotting them into the different days. And then what you can do is in the calendar section at the very bottom, you go through and you put in your actual, like anything that has like, I have an appointment here, I have an appointment there, I have a class at this time, that all goes in the daily schedule. And then you start looking when you can schedule in these tasks that need to be completed on these specific days. You can actually schedule those in on when you're going to get them done. You can get so much done following this system. I used to use it when I was a 2-star director with Tupperware. I was in the top 2% of the company, and I was busy and had so much on the go. This is the planning system that I used. I am nowhere near as busy as that now, but I do have a lot of just sort of things that I have to remember to do. And it's not even that they have to happen on a specific day or time, but things like, oh, what school, I gotta remember, I gotta work on those school assignments, right? Just little things. So this was my trial day. I found out like I needed more space to write stuff like the last day of school, Canada Day, my mother-in-law's birthday, right? Those things that happen, they're just sort of an all-day reminder. And then I had some spaces I added to the bottom to keep track of stuff like my astrological happenings, my YouTube channel, etc. So I put them all together and I came up with this sort of final concept. I know it's really boring to look at, but up here, this is a very empty week. We were camping this week, but here's the things, the categorized things, right, where they would maybe fill down. I didn't put anything into here this week because we weren't home. I've got campering written all week across in that big, you know, to-do thing, plus a few things I did have to do while we were camping and the astrology. So it's kind of coming along. You can see I'm getting a little busier. I'm finding more things to add in. I'm starting to schedule them down into these days. And that brings us to this week where I tried to do a little bit of planning, make it look a little bit pretty. So at the top, we still have the, I've got things to do for Red Thread Academy. One is a list of assignments I'm working on, and one is a list of other sort of odds and ends I got to get finished up. A list for the study group, a list for the guild, a list for personal stuff, and a list for home chores. Then I put this washi tape on the top and bottom of the actual calendar portion and filled in all the dates, and then went through and wrote, like, every day I have to walk the dog. That's a task for every day. And then I put in all of my schedule. Now, I don't copy my tasks up here from my task list down into my schedule. That's too organized for me. My days are a little bit loosey-goosey, flowy. It depends when I get up. I mean, my kids are on summer holidays, right, etc. So I don't have such a strict timeline to my day, but anything that sort of has to happen at a specific date and time. So I went and helped my sister clean all day, and then I put a little cleaning sticker up here. How cute is that? It's like a little mop. Right, nothing on Tuesday. Yesterday, today I have to make a video, which usually happens from between 10 and 11 in the morning. I have a guild class tonight, an introduction to traditional witchcraft. Tomorrow is the dark moon in Leo. Again, I'm not going to schedule the dark moon in Leo. It's just a reminder that it's happening that day. And then up here we've got these stickers say 3 days till Lemmas, 2 days till Lemmas, 1 day till Lemmas. So again, it's counting it down for me, and I'm remembering then, because Lemmas is going to be the very first day of the next week. I have a group celebration on the Sunday, but I do actually have a bunch of stuff for my personal practice that will happen on the actual date on the Monday. So I don't want to forget that. So I've got these little countdown stickers, another little decorative. Isn't he cute? This little bumblebee. I love him. And then at the bottom, right, I went through and added in my astrology. So I take my astrology from the 2022 Astrology Diary for the Northern Hemisphere by Patsy Bennett. And it's literally, it's almost like a day timer. And you just go through and you find, right, whenever the day is. So this is July 25th. Next week. The 25th to the 31st. So today is Wednesday. So Mercury is trine to Chiron. So on Wednesday the 27th, it says Mercury trine Chiron, a good day for health and beauty treatments. It's also a good day to build bridges with someone you have quarreled with. Moon in Cancer. Interesting, right? So it's a bit of a horoscope. So the days that actually have something to read, I kind of copy those into here. And then again, just copying from my YouTube, right? Keeping each day just tracking how many subscribers we have. At the end of the week, I do have a box to do the growth of my YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram channels, but Facebook and Instagram for the guild. And then I still have this empty box at the bottom. I don't know what to do with it. So if you guys have suggestions, leave me a comment below. I'm not really big on like daily card pulls, that kind of stuff, but I don't really know what else daily I have to track, but I've got that extra room there. And then along the side, I've still got these two boxes that aren't filled out, which I could use. I've used them before to do, like I did a shopping list in this one. I thought you could do like a week ahead reading would be kind of an interesting spot for that. Because I will do sometimes week ahead readings. But yeah, I don't know. What else? What else do you guys track in your planners? I'd love to know. Do you find this system is interesting? It's not as visually exciting as when I was planning with all the different bright colors and stuff. The other thing, because I've combined everything into this one comprehensive planner, is I'm not using my voice planner where I would go and every day sort of like I would have this would be to sort of plan out my Facebook posts, my Instagram posts, all my classes, and keep track of my YouTube stats for each day and then for the end of the week. The other one I'm not using then is my big old, we'll go to one that's actually done, is my spirit planner, where I had, I was keeping track of all kinds of different stuff, like what I was reading. I had trackers for days when I did guild, school, and personal practice activities. I had to-do lists. I had my month ahead reading and a month review, as well as filling out all of these. I had these little pages that I would fill out, and I haven't been doing it. I was doing from 365 Celt. I had like a passage to read every day, and I just stopped. I have gratitude in here. Again, as of March 14th, I haven't filled out my gratitude planner. And I had also all of the tracking for my YouTube, channel, which is all really just being tracked here on a day-to-day basis with the social growth each week. So I haven't really been, I thought if I really wanted to, I could take these numbers and copy them into here, but again, it's just sort of redundant. So I've really just basically focused it down into this one planning system from Planner Pad. You can order the Planner Pad. Just go to plannerpad.com and you can order like loose pages, bound pages, whatever you want. There's all kinds of things. But I actually wanted to play with it and add in some spacing so I could do a little bit of decorative planning. I could add in extra stuff like my astrology, my YouTube tracking, etc. to make it a little bit more personalized. I just did this up in like a Microsoft Word document. So yeah, when I go to plan next week, the way that happens is I'll go and I'll look at everything left from each of these categories and copy it over, all the undone things, and then fill in all of the tasks, all of the calendar, etc. So it just starts off totally blank and we just carry over what we need to and then fill it in from there. When it comes to actual like date and time appointments, those go in my phone with a reminder set for at least an hour before. So like, oh, I have, I have this class here, right? My Scottish folk magic class happened at 2:00 on Monday. There was an alarm that went off at 1:30 saying, hey, don't forget you've got your Scottish magic class in half an hour. So I do use, for my actual scheduled stuff, I do use I'm just pointing up here because I'm actually recording on my phone, but I do use the calendar on my phone for that. Otherwise, yeah, that is sort of my planning. It's not so fancy, so I don't know if we'll keep up with the planner videos. If you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff with this layout, leave a comment below. If you've got questions about the system, leave a comment below. We can always do a follow-up video to clarify any questions. And otherwise, yeah, we'll just sort of play it by ear and see what you guys want. But this is my new planner system. It's really about categorizing, prioritizing, and scheduling. And it's helping me keep all the balls in the air all the time. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much, you guys.